clean out Zeds.
Hello, hello.
And
Hope
here come
everyone's
your
having a
first
wonderful
targets.
day today.
Eyes
We're gonna
open.
be starting off with some Killing Floor 2. Honestly, one of the few FPSs that I actually enjoy. I don't know why. It's just I've tried to get into so many of them, and it just doesn't work out for me. The only other one I could say I actually got into was probably CS:GO, but that's just more because of my competitive side of why I actually enjoyed the game. But even then, like, there's so many other, competitive first-person shooters I just couldn't get into. For example, like Valorant and all that. I don't know. Just didn't really, wasn't fond of them. But anyways, I mainly wanted to make video today to not only talk about into detail what I was talking about last video, but also just, show some gameplay and stuff and relax. But basically, I was sitting back and thinking about it more and more on how I'm gonna want to go about making the videos and, where to start, which videos to do, and all that. And I think the easiest way to go about it is going to be having a schedule of not when I stream, but what days I'll be streaming what games. Because, like I said earlier, of course, I do want to stream basically a wide variety of games, from MOBAs to, this game to, my normal fighting game content to podcasts to maybe even silly videos. We'll see. I don't know how far this will all go. This is kind of just, me brainstorming at the moment. Just, small ideas. But yeah, with all that, I think that would be the easiest way to go about it. Let's say, I don't know, Tuesdays and Thursdays would be, fighting game content. Other days would be, something else in that category. And also sitting back and thinking, the one thing that I would definitely have trouble with, personally at least I think, is playthroughs. Like really long playthroughs. And the only reason that is...
We're almost out of time.
Is
make your choices.
The games that I do normally play really have nothing to do with any of that kind of stuff. Like it's games that I could just, I could hop off one and then hop on the other, and nothing crazy would happen. For example, like this game, there's no crazy story I gotta follow, stuff I gotta remember if I leave this for a couple of days and then come back on it. So with that, fighting games, MOBAs, I can't really think of a game I actually enjoy that would be a pretty long playthrough, so those, of course, out of everything else, may be a little more rare on the channel, just because I can't think of any that come to mind. But if there's a special scenario where I really enjoy the game, or maybe it's a new game that comes out, or maybe one that's been gifted to me, I'll definitely do them then. But as of now, I think playthroughs wouldn't be too much. Wouldn't be most of my channel's content, I should say. It'd be more chill stuff like this. I did have another few ideas. I definitely want to do talk shows, of course. Whether I'd say podcast. Talk shows seems a little more professional. It'd be more of just like, having buddies on, recording a video, just talking about stuff. So. Yeah, and then with that, I have a few other ideas. For example, kind of comparing MOBAs in a fun way, of course. I've never really seen anyone do it before, but it's more of a series on like why Dota characters would be vested if they were in League. For those who don't know, I played both of those games, and just sitting back and thinking about it, and how the scaling works in both of those games. I think it would just be a really funny way to kind of talk about both MOBAs in a new creative way that I've never seen before. Because I have tried to look stuff up like it on YouTube and anything along those lines.
Make for the pod and gear up.
But yeah, I'm just overall really, really excited to do all this.
You are untouchable out there.
Something new.
I'm impressed.
Another thing that's gonna be pretty tricky that, I've come to realize when making these videos is recording is really, really hard compared to streaming. I'll be real. It's super easy to just, the reason why I think it's way easier to stream than record is you're kind of getting ideas thrown at you, right? So for example, as I'm recording now, I'm kind of just, trying to go with the flow and say stuff that comes to mind and all of that without, of course, just freezing and being quiet. But with streaming, you know, you could just chill, you could just play the game, people come and go, but also people kind of like you have something to bounce off of, you know. You have people they'll come in and ask you, you know, oh, how's your day going?
about to
And
shut
you're
the
just
pod.
like, oh, you know, my day's going good. And then from there, that opens up like more options. You know, you could tell them what you did today. You know, you could tell them, be like, yeah, I ate a good
Pod's
meal
closed.
today, or like,
Go
yeah,
make
I
a
went to
difference.
go, you know, visit this, and this, or you know,
Daddy's
it's
gonna
a
work
lot
now. Let
easier
him show you how
to
it's done.
go about it that way, just because of the fact that you're basically getting kind of your content handed to you, in my opinion, whenever it comes to people being in chat and being active. Because then, you know, say you bring up something that they also like, and it's just like, oh, that's awesome, and then usually
Here they come, party time.
shortly after it'll be followed up with a follow, you know.
Pussy got your
So
attention,
I think
eh?
it's just really interesting. So that's another thing. And on top of that, I have tried to record a few times. and
Reloading.
I've had to restart, I'll be real. Just because it's been so tricky
Let's
just
give
to
you a little
not,
jump start.
you know, freeze and be like, well, shoot, what do I talk about now? You know, so in due time, of course, that's definitely gonna come with time to be able to do
Earplug time, siren.
without it feeling really awkward or having to not think of it, or what's it called, for it to be second nature is gonna come with time. As you can tell, I'm already stumbling on my words. But yeah,
Pussy got your attention.
I'm trying to think if there's any other ideas that I haven't talked about yet that we're definitely going to be in future videos. I definitely want to bring a lot of people on my YouTube channel as well, because not only to
You know me now, don't you?
just like make it a pretty cool community and be able to do stuff with my friends, but on top of it, just to bring notoriety of, you know, maybe my favorite content creators, whether it be Twitch or YouTube, you know. So it's gonna be cool to have a wide variety of people on my streams for sure. On my YouTube videos. But I'm definitely gonna try to make that fun.
And the Bostinator
So be
takes
sure to check
round
out
one.
that. And then for those who don't know, I do stream a lot, which is my main source of where I do content at. So I'll be leaving that link down below, you know, in case anyone's interested who isn't part of my Twitch community yet.
Thanks, Mother Nature. Appreciate
But
it.
yeah, as of that, I think that's gonna be everything. I just kind of wanted to, you know, confirm more of what I was talking about
Get
on
on
my
that
last
stick,
video.
it got me!
And I really appreciate everything from everyone. I appreciate all the positivity I've gotten recently about it too. That's really, really exciting. But yeah, as of
Come see
now,
me.
y'all
The pod's
have
safely
a wonderful rest of
Nicely
your
done.
day. Be safe, take care,
Hey there,
and see
Mr.
ya.
Money